If you've been a loyal viewer of the show iCarly since the beginning, well, you know that the original cast is all grown up and has transitioned to their new home on Paramount+. Clarke had the chance to speak to the actors who play Spencer and Freddie Benson to learn what's in store for this season. Take a look.
Oh, we have the honor of speaking to Nathan Kress and Jerry Trainor. Of course, we know that Nathan Kress plays Freddie Benson and Jerry plays Spencer on the hit show iCarly, but season 3 of iCarly is officially streaming on Paramount+, and it has been teased as a season that Freddie and Carly will officially take that relationship to the next level. That little situationship, gonna be a little something more there. Joining us are the stars. You guys, thank you so much. I want to start and talk about the last season. So it ended with quite the cliffhanger. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so, look, Carly and Freddie have had, I think, the world's longest on TV, slow burn, will they, won't they relationship that has carried from the old show to the new show. And, it was a little bit more complicated. Freddie had a girlfriend in the second season that he was very serious about, and then ends with that girlfriend saying, "You guys are in love with each other and I'm out of here." And, a little bit of a heavy way to go out on a season. And I guess there was always maybe the chance that we could explain that away, pretend like it didn't happen, just sort of go back to the way that things were and not really address it. But I think we've kept the fans in suspense long enough. They probably deserve a resolution after all this time. So yes, there is going to be an honest to goodness DTR of what Carly and Freddie is all about after all these years. So you're not gonna have to wait for too much longer.
I wanna know super quick, how is your relationship or your character's relationship with Carly gonna be redefined? Can you kind of give us a little tease?
Not really. That would give away a lot. I mean, things are gonna change. It's not going to be the way that it was in the first 2 seasons. And there's a fight.
Okay.
A proper little conflict that happened. And it's actually, what's really cool about it is that there's going to be an episode where you get some backstory of some events that happened after the old show ended.
See, that's what we need to know.
Yeah, so there's a lot of tea that gets spilled, and it explains a lot about why Freddie acts the way that he does in this new show toward Carly.
Jerry, though, your character Spencer has not only been the big brother, but the unofficial dad of the group. You're the daddy of the group. How is Spencer returning to his roots in the new season?
He's the same. He hasn't changed. I feel like we needed one character to not have changed. And while he's changed financially, this is incredibly loaded. He is still a complete moron and lighting everything on fire. Although you do discover how he was spending some time between the old series and the new, and it's bizarre.
I'm curious to know. So your character, though, has kind of been in the middle of love triangles and all these different kids with all their different situationships. Will he ever find love? Is he ever going to kind of develop and settle down?
Are you asking me out?
I might be.
No, I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever find love. I think he's just one of those guys that's like a forever bachelor. I don't know. Maybe, probably. He would need to find someone either really stable or weirder than him.
I know that you turned 30 recently, which is super exciting. Do you have any advice?
All I can say is joint support. Joint support, joint support. I went for a run the other day, and my knee is all puffy and weird, and things just start apparently breaking down as soon as you hit 30.
Nathan, this is terrible information. Why are you scaring people? My 30s were awesome.
This is my lived experience, Jerry. All I'm saying is
joint support was your thing?
But like figuratively and literally, though, joint support.
Yes.
No, 30s are the best, dude. You're gonna have so much fun. You come into your own, you know yourself. Nothing really phases you anymore. It's great.
Not even a fire alarm could phase.
Not even a fire alarm. Not even when Spencer rolls into town and sets off the alarms.
It's very refreshing to have interviews like this that just are soul-filling, but also really fun and exciting and full circle. So thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you for having us.
That show is a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. And wait till you hit your 50s. All right, still ahead.